about Tupac, right? How his death mystery, his career is just as big as mystery, right? As Jesus Christ, right? Tupac came through in the 80s and the 90s, right? He was with Digital Underground, right? He was doing a lot of poetry at a lot of nightclubs, too. That's before he ever got blown up, got big, right? Then eventually, he started blowing up, getting hot. He was doing opening acts for like Easy, some of these other guys, right? So, at first he was originally rapping, dancing, poetry, different spots. And then before you know it, he got with Death Row and he blew up like an atomic bomb, right? He basically took over the culture and changed people's mindsets. He walked in people's hearts, into people's houses. He really just shook up the whole world during the 90s, right? To the point where presidents, governments, people from all over had to talk about him, mention his name, mention his fame, mention who he was. So he became infamous on a level with Prince, on a level with Michael Jackson, on a level with the biggest of the biggest. He was there, right? So, one of the things that made him so powerful was when you hear about his mother, right? She come from the Black Panther Party. She was like an offshoot of the Black Panther Party and partly working with him, right? So she held her own weight in the game of just grooming him, even though she went through her own trials as well as being a dope fiend, right? But she had some good upbringing, really good beginnings, you know? And then Tupac just came, him and his sister, and he was the one, he was a star. He had the magic light put on him, he had the spotlight, he had the glow that no one could see. Only God and him know, right? So then he blew up like a bomb in the 90s, hit him up. All this first album, Brenda Got a Baby, all odds against me, right? Against all odds, all eyes on me, you know what I'm saying? Hail Mary. He was just hit after hit after hit, big song after big song, right? So, I believe they wind up setting them up, and everybody was involved on it, right? Suge Knight got him out of jail, right? Remember that? Got him out of jail. Well, besides Suge Knight getting him out of jail, Suge Knight was getting a lot of people out of jail because he had killers with him. He had police he had them bought off. He had entertainers he had them bought off. So Suge Knight at this point, Tupac the biggest star, had the whole world scared of him outside of Master P. Everybody else in the hip-hop community, everybody that was around, was scared of him, ain't want shit to do with Suge Knight. He was the red, flamed up, big, 6'4", 6'5", 400-pound nigga walking up on niggas, beating them up, getting them killed, getting them shot up. They ain't want nothing to do with Suge Knight. And everybody was scared. Diddy was around at that time. Nigga was scared. Biggie was around at that time. Nigga was scared. All these people that was in the industry was terrified. Tupac, Suge Knight, and Death Row Records. Now, how did they set up the perfect murder and a perfect way to maximize Tupac's career throughout history, right? One, make his death such a mystery that people gotta talk about it like it's a conspiracy theory. From the day he died to the end of time, like they did with Jesus Christ, right? Remember that. So, the theory was that, hey, he got into it with the dude at the casino, got a fight broke out, a little while later, he died, right? Seemed normal, right? But let's go to some things that a lot of people didn't know, right? A great man by the name of Dick River exposed these things, so I'm just telling you, this guy here was a guy that invested into all the investigations with a lot of rappers, entertainers. He also knew these people, right? The night Tupac was shot, right? In the car with Suge Knight, right? They said, "Yeah, pull up outside the car and let him up." Remember, Suge Knight wasn't hit. Remember that. Now, Suge Knight, for people that just missed it, was 6'4", 6'5", 300 to 400 plus pounds. You think if somebody pulled up on the side of the car with a little bitty Tupac in there and shot, and they ain't gonna hit a big 6'4", 6'5", 400 pound nigga? Okay, cool. They got the theory around his death. So many conspiracies and movies are gonna spin off of it, right? So that keeps the Tupac name alive. He already had put down some of the baddest game by his character being so arrogant, so bodacious, so gangster. He having these mannerisms, he don't give a fuck. Then he having this activism, right? So Tupac character hadn't already shook up the world. But then when you add on that character with the death and the conspiracy behind his death, it gonna give him more people fucking with his movement. More people coming out having the movies to make, documentaries to make about it, right? Because it adds more money, more fame. So, the conspiracy around his death, right? That's one. Then two, give him an arch nemesis. Giving him somebody that he's going against. Biggie Smalls. Now, this already became out, everybody already noticed. But Fake Evans strategically went over there, slept with Tupac, because she was mad at Biggie. This was not nothing new that Fake Evans did, because the people around Biggie said she did this on other occasions with other famous people. So this is what Biggie entourage, people that was around Biggie, said. So this is not nothing I'm saying. So that wasn't no new news that her and Tupac fucked around. Okay, cool. Then you gotta realize around this time when Tupac was out there, he was worried he was dealing with Jada Pinkett. He was worried he was fucking with Madonna. These were people he had relationships with, sexual relationships with. So you gotta realize all the women that was popular, all the women of the day in the 80s and the 90s were sleeping with Tupac. A lot of it was just kept behind closed doors and somebody came out by way of Tupac friends, him, or just seeing them together, right? So here it is. He got the gangster sex appeal to appeal to the masses. Now that's a whole nother energy with his character, right? That can last for a long time in the generations to come, you feel me? So boom. Let's move on to the conspiracy. Hey, we gonna put him out in the matter where we keep making money off him to the end of time.